I live in Eureka, California, and there's a ballot initiative beginning to take hold in the city, and it's called the Eureka Housing For All. The ballot initiative lists about a dozen city-owned parking lots that are now under current development for housing for people who live in poverty. I believe it's subsidized housing. The initiative called Eureka Housing For All calls to put an end to that because of its said impact to local businesses. The Eureka Initiative Housing For All claims that there could be an equal swap of what would be gained from the property from the sales to a private owner of the Jacobs School. They believe that enough housing would come out of that property to stop the development of the parking lots that are going on now. I'm standing in a city-owned parking lot just off of Opera Alley. It is named in the initiative to preserve it as a parking lot. If I was homeless or living in poverty, this is the area I would want to be. It's very close to the Social Security office, the Department of Social Services. It's close to free meal, food for people. It's places that you can walk around. You can go to the library. You can get free Wi-Fi down there. If I took the bus everywhere, I wouldn't want to live up in the Jacobs area because there's no public transit up there. The streets are full of potholes, and to bicycle around, bus around just wouldn't work out. But I encourage people to think about the homeless, the people that are out every night in the cold and the wet. We need to provide housing for all in a swifter manner, and the initiative called Eureka Housing For All will slow that down. It won't speed it up. If you're like me, and if the reason that you were interested in the initiative of Eureka Housing For All, you can understand and see with your own eyes that Eureka has a housing crisis, so we want a solution. Currently, this lot is an escrow with an unknown buyer. What we know at this time is that it's an LLC, which is based out of an accounting office somewhere in Sacramento. The intention of this mystery buyer is unknown. Without knowing the intention of the buyer to see any plan, it's hard to guess why the sale of this property would solve Eureka's housing problem. This school has been abandoned for many years. It is dangerous and it is a blight to the community. It is basically bulldozed down. They've just left things here like bike racks that are just rusting and decaying. There's ceramic boxes that are sunken in the ground that are full of water, which looks like someone can either drown in it or mosquitoes can grow out of it, or someone could be running and they plant their foot in that and they're lost their ankle forever. It's a very unsafe place, and the Eureka School District owes this community an apology. The initiative, Eureka Housing For All, has nothing to do with the current sale and direction of this property. The initiative, because it's so misleading and it's convoluted, it reminds me of the musical Music Man. And if you're not a fan of mid-20th century musicals, the episode of Simpsons called Monorail. It seems that somebody's trying to sell the city on something, and I don't trust it.